Their goal is to get as many kills as they can before they die, and it looks like 0-0. It looks like he might have just got one at the end there. I'm not sure if he killed one or two at the beginning, but they're all kind of weak, so I'd say there was no focus fire going on. So that drop definitely did not pay off. He lost 2 medevacs, 1 full of units, and 1 with 4 marauders, which didn't kill anything. So that was very interesting to see. And now Boxer, since Boxer has taken this expansion, he's keeping up with Loner now. So now the income tab, they should be close. Loner is still ahead, but that's just because Boxer is no longer saturating this because of these units up here. So the siege tank will be able to hammer away at this planetary fortress, and the planetary fortress cannot lift off. So I don't know what Boxer's answer to this is going to be. I guess he's going to swing down here and fight these units, stimming up to deal with this. He has a medevac with him, so Boxer's definitely going to clean this up. And let's see if he runs over here and deals with these tanks as well. At the same time, Boxer is stimming marauders and harassing from up here on this ledge to this gold mineral line. And Loner wisely placing a supply depot up here so that he has vision. Or actually, this might be a downgrade. I'm not really sure. It kind of looks like, yeah, it actually might go down. So he does not need that supply depot. Anyway, over here, more units trying to sneak in, I guess, do economical damage. But I think Loner's making a big mistake and needs to fight Boxer's army here. You can't just sacrifice troops after troops destroying SCVs. Even if you destroy an equal amount of workers for the cost of your army, which he hasn't been doing, but even if you do manage to do that, if your army dies and all you've killed is workers, the other player's army is going to be twice as big as yours. So it's really a trade-off. You kind of have to make it count more than that. And it seems there's a little engagement going on here. Boxer easily cleaning this up. Loner doesn't really seem to have much of an army left. Tons of siege tanks here by Boxer. I really like this. And Loner going to do drops on top of the siege tanks. Not going to be good enough. There's just too many tanks, so there's no way to drop on top and exploit their low range when in siege mode. Boxer, though, did run out of Marines and Marauders, so it's just pretty much tanks here versus a few units and tanks. But Boxer cleaning that up. Loner did manage to make Boxer's tanks splash damage one of his own tanks, so I guess he's slowly taking them out. He also has some Vikings on the move. Boxer throwing down some missile turrets, kind of like a Starcraft 1 contain, moving these Vikings to the planetary fortress. Is he going to land? I think that would be a poor decision because the planetary fortress would shoot them, although if he lands up here he can harass them from up here, so that is pretty good play. Something else going on over here, some Marauders killing more missile turrets. I guess Boxer's trying to really gain map control, kind of cover the map with turrets. Boxer at the same time is doing a drop over here with Marines, Marauders, also has SCVs in there to repair the medevac. I'm not sure if that was intentional that he brought those SCVs or a coincidence. Either way, it kind of worked out. And Loner really preventing Boxer from setting up these missile turrets all around the map. Loner doing what he can to prevent the map control Boxer seems to have. And despite the income, which is still almost double Boxer's, he's just not making it count. His army size is much less, much weaker. Boxer's army looks much stronger, healthier, and Boxer has the map control, so it just kind of shows you that macro doesn't necessarily outweigh everything else. Micro can still defeat macro, because Boxer is known for his excellent micro, and it's obvious because his army is counting for much more than it really is. And he has the contain kind of set up here, all these turrets up now, and scanning to get these tanks. Oh, and he's repairing the tanks too. Very wise decision by Boxer. I really like this play, and that's incredibly smart. And here he's just kind of mowing them down, although Boxer ran out of scans, and this is why you need Vikings, because the range of the tank should reach. Oh, it's actually not. It's just out of range. But sometimes, like this tank is in range of this one here, but because there's no vision on it, it doesn't shoot it. So anyway, we're gonna see. It looks like a big force moving out here, or perhaps just a transferring of workers to this expansion over here. Boxer also securing this expansion for himself, So really, it's kind of like the map is split down the middle here. 2 sensor towers on either side of the map. I really like this play. Who threw those down? Where are they? Right here's one, and here's the other. You don't see sensor towers too often. They're extremely useful for seeing enemy unit movements. Anyway, here looks like Loner decided to engage or do a drop into Boxer's main, and Boxer was in a great position, it seemed, to deal with that and just clean that up. Looks like he almost lost nothing in exchange. I don't know if units lost. We're going to see here. And Loner has lost 26,000 resources in units compared to Boxer's 18,000. So it's quite a significant deal more. But because the income is so much higher by Loner, I'd say it's still a pretty even loss at this point in time. So now Boxer moving his forces around the back, going to take out this armory probably. And yeah, drains that, no problem. Sieging up here on the ledge. Now this is definite high ground. This is a great place to be, just tearing that planetary fortress apart, no problem. Preventing all the mining here, and harassing this expansion exceptionally well. And he's actually just full repairing it. That's not going to be a permanent solution. He needs to engage these tanks or deal with it, or just give it up and let that planetary fortress die. So I don't know what Loner's going to do here. His army seems over here doing nothing. A whole bunch of SCVs. I'm not sure what they're there for. Maybe to repair, maybe because it just got mined out. I'm not too sure. Boxer scanning. There's still this kind of tank front and middle ground going on over here. It's funny that neither of them have fought on this side. And now Boxer pushing out more over here to see what's going on. Kind of wasted those Marauders, should have pulled them back maybe. But now he's running up here and destroying the starport. Excellent. Banshees was going to be Loner's answer, and he did previously research Cloak, so he would have had Cloak too, which would be really nice. And he might get the 1 out in time, but we'll see if it gets drained or not. He needs to cloak it immediately. Is he going to get it? No, he wasn't paying attention. Did not micro it properly. And so, looks like didn't get the second one out either, and he's going to lose both of his starports. Now this is just wide open for these units to run in, although I guess this planetary fortress would make short work of them because they are all injured. Boxer needs to move his tanks up, I think, and do more damage here. There's nothing really going on. Now a sensor tower has been thrown down here. So if we look at the vision of Boxer, you can just see dots, and that's kind of what you see with the sensor towers. You don't know what they are, but you know that there's units there. Anyway, it looks like Loner did manage to get a Banshee out and is destroying these tanks. So now these workers can go back to mining. If we go back to income, Boxer has swung ahead by delaying this expansion because he now has this one up as well, so he just needs to saturate this one more, and here they all are. So the income is definitely going to be very similar, if not equal. This game's intense, going on a lot longer than I expected, but that's okay. We got some sensor towers pretty much across the whole center of the map, so that's kind of funny. I'm actually curious to see the vision here of Loner. Look at all these units, you can tell this is all up. And scan going down over here. I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if that was a nuclear launch detected or what we heard. But anyway, it looks like there's an engagement going on over here. And Loner actually looks like he's about to win this little battle here against Boxer, although the tank in the back holds it out and defends successfully. And Boxer putting all these units in a medevac with 12 health. That's pretty ballsy, but that's how Boxer rolls. And he's just going to drop on these tanks and destroy them. Look at that excellent spread of units around the tanks. The splash damage weakening all of them up. And now Boxer's inched his tanks up within range and just clearing them. And I'm not sure something happened over here. Sorry if I miss a lot of things, guys. A lot of action is going on, and as I said, I haven't watched this replay, so I don't know where to be watching when, but trying to cover as much of it as I can. Anyway, Boxer here, just still with this contain, this kind of no man's land right here between both Terran players. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure why. I think one of them, Boxer, maybe should just put a tank up here. Then he would have the high ground and could just put tanks all up here, and that would just lock it right now. But now Boxer has the Vikings out, and looks like his tanks are out of range, so Loner just inching them up with him perfect range here. So it's definitely, you can tell these players know their units inside and out. They know the exact range, how far they can creep forward without getting shot. Very interesting game. More cloaked banshees out. I like this because Boxer still doesn't have a single Raven on the field, so these banshees can do some excellent harass. And here we go. They're going to be dealing with the siege tank, but the Vikings are here to answer quickly. And one tank for one banshee, that's almost cost for cost. I think the banshee costs 25 gas per minute, so that wasn't quite necessarily a trade-off. Although tanks on the ground can do a lot of damage. This one has 9 kills, is a corporal already, and is just going to move it back and repair it. So Boxer really making the most use of his units that he can. And Loner just has a wall of tanks here, but no infantry. I guess they're up here, kind of. And down here, I don't agree with this, especially since this is mined out. He should just have all of his units together, maybe over here, or if he does want to assault this side, he should have them all here. He shouldn't have them split up like that so much. Boxer easily able to fly back and forth with these 4 banshees. I'm surprised Loner just hasn't made more. And if you actually look at their resources, holy smokes, Boxer has 5,000 minerals, 2,000 gas. He needs to be macroing up. Like, he's not building anything. I guess because he's maxed out, or was maxed out. But it's definitely interesting to see. And these siege tanks just mowing down the turrets. Mowing down this line. It looks like Loner kind of might have an advantage here. How much money does Loner have? Loner is macroing to the fullest ability, blowing all of his money, but again, doesn't quite have it maxed out at 200. I'm surprised Boxer isn't building more. Neither of them seem to be building anything. Like, what's going on here? Hunter, Seeker, Missile, and Raven by Boxer. Guess he was tired of those Banshees. And some more upgrades over here by Loner. But here we have BC's battle cruisers. Boxer pulling it out, while Loner throwing down a missile turret too little too late. These BCs are already out and in his face. I think Boxer should push in here and just, or I guess that these 5 Vikings are quite a bit to deal with, but so that's what Boxer was waiting for apparently. Battle cruisers. Still just 1 upgrade on the tanks, no air upgrades. Let's have a look at unit upgrades here. 1 and 1 for him, 2 for him, but no armor upgrade. So Loner does have higher upgrades than Boxer. Boxer kind of has a good little contain over here, and looks like Loner might push in on this expansion here. He knows that this is the heaviest mining expansion remaining, and if he can capture this, then he's going to capture the advantage. So we're going to see if he's going to push in or not. Boxer doing a counter scan, and here he's going to engage. He's definitely going to take it. Loner had way more tanks and units than Boxer did there. However, Loner's units are all weakened, and all of his tanks are kind of undefended at the moment. So these battlecruisers are going to come and just clean this up. The air superiority, although all these Vikings out of nowhere. And range micro, because Vikings outrange battlecruisers, you can just shoot back up, and dance all day with battlecruisers. That's why BC's Terran vs. Terran don't work very well usually. For this very reason, I've lost many games myself because of the range factor. And Boxer lost all 3 battlecruisers and pretty much didn't kill anything, so that really did not count for him.